What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Horror Honda, where I sit in my Honda and ramble about horror movies with no production value except my Walmart mic and my iPhone camera. And to keep in the spirit of found footage, like my last video, I'm going to touch on one that I even touched on in that video, and that is Creep. And I think this is, I said this about Poughkeepsie tapes, but I think it holds true with Creep. I think this is an original take on found footage because of the twists and turns. You get the same typical standard behind the camera found footage, but where this movie takes its turn was a complete 180 from anything I've ever seen. And this movie is about, think of that Michael Keaton movie, oh, damn it, where he records his life. He's getting sick and he's going to pass away, so he records his life for his son to be able to see how to become a man. I can't remember the name of the movie. Very good movie. I recommend checking it out. But that's the whole point. This guy hires a documentarian, filmmaker, someone to follow him around for a weekend so he can have his life shown to his kid when he passes away. And it starts out pretty wholesome, and as time goes on, you start seeing a side of this guy that you wouldn't want your kid or any kid to see. And you kind of end up in this loop of a quirky guy, and you have to chalk it up to, is he weird? Is he evil? Is he this? Is he that? And this movie takes you on this documentary approach where you're following this guy to film his day-to-day. But his day-to-day is not like your day-to-day or my day-to-day. And the lessons he wants to leave his kid are not lessons that you'd want to leave a child. And with that, they can take it in so many different directions because you're almost just a voyeur to this guy because you're hired to watch him for the day and see what he does, and that way you can act on it. Or you can make it so he can give it to his kid, so his kid can act on his advice later. So you're just along for this ride of following someone for what they want to do to the day. Think of if you wanted to make a video, you got 2 days, and you want to portray what you stood for, what your life is, the best lessons you've learned in life, and you want to give them to someone. So that way when you're dead and gone, they can watch back and go, he taught me this, he taught me that, this is how you be a man, this is how you do this is how you do that, blah, 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 blah. This is what made my dad my dad. So think of all the top tier things, the best qualities of you that you'd want someone to know about. You don't want them to know about the stuff you keep in secret. You want the best qualities of you, the heightened qualities. It's far from what this guy is one. His qualities are different than yours. I'll say that. And you're stuck just watching it unfold in front of you, and you're just trying to do a job. You're trying to get paid, so you just follow him around. You're not there to judge. You're there to follow. And the roads that takes you down, and just when you think it's climaxed and you think roll credits, you got 20 more minutes. And this isn't one of those you got 20 more minutes. Fuck, they should have wrapped it up. It should have been over. This one is enticing. There's a Firebird rolling around. Sorry, got very caught off guard. This is not one that you wish it was cut off right then. What it adds in that last act, the last half of the last act, you leave just staring at the screen, looking around, and talking to people next to you going, what in the fuck just happened? What in the fuck just happened? Like, you're just dumbfounded. You like, how is all you can think is how, and you don't see it coming. You have no idea. And then as it builds, you go, there's no way this is what's going to happen. There's no way this is what's going to happen. There's no way this is what's going to happen. And man, when I first saw this movie, I showed it to everybody I knew. Everybody got a recommend for Creep from me. And if you don't like found footage, this might, unlike the Poughkeepsie tapes where I said, if you hate found footage but you love horror, this might be one that can at least give you one that intrigues you. This one might not be that. You might still get the typical tropes or things that you might not like about found footage in this. It's definitely very moving a lot. So if you can't handle that, I wouldn't watch it. But this does have it's not a hidden ghost. It's not a random noises in the background. This one is full 100% in your face the whole time because you're the director. Essentially, you're the director. You're following where this guy goes. So it is no holds barred, bearing all for the world to see right in front of you, and you have to watch it. And you watch a guy where you go, he's kind of quirky. That's kind of quirky. I wouldn't teach my kid that. I wouldn't want my kid. That's a little, and it just sends you down this path of just uncomfortableness, and it just hits a steep decline. And the twist on it, it's a 180 degree. It's a twist you wouldn't expect, but also you're like, yeah, okay, I expect that. Like, you almost be like, I should have seen that coming, but you won't see it coming. It is great. If you like found footage, if that's your shit, and you haven't seen this, go get it. It used to be on Netflix for the longest time. I don't know where it's at now. And there is a Creep 2. And you want to talk about premises that you don't see coming? Creep 2 as a premise with you. Oh, I was shook. I had to pause the damn TV and just sit there for a minute and ponder. But the first Creep, if you like found footage, give it a chance. If you don't like found footage, it's going to have elements that you probably don't care for. But I think storyline-wise, it's got something that you can sink your teeth into. And if it's not something where you hear noises and shadows and all this stuff. You're right in the thick of it. You're watching it. And that might be something that you enjoy. But if you do watch it, you don't spoil it in the comments. But, that movie blew my balls off. As we said in the other videos, dude, you get bimboed. Or biboed. You blow your balls off when you watch it. And Creep blew my balls off. So if you liked this movie and it did that to you, just put bimbo in the damn comments. That's the easiest way. That's the easiest way for me to know and not spoil it for anybody. Just say, blew my balls off. That's how we're going to have to do it. I don't want spoilers to ruin it for people. Just, if you liked it, all you got to do is say, bimbo. And if you didn't like it, I guess you just put, did not bimbo. And that's how we can judge. That's the safest way to not have spoilers, is to say it blew my balls off. That's not going to stick, but I'm going to keep fucking force-feeding it. Like that, was that Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5, where Greta has to eat all that food and everyone's just sitting there, Freddy's just force-feeding food into her mouth? That's what I'm going to keep doing with this bimbo thing. It's not going to work. But I'm going to keep pressing. If one person says bimbo, that's a win. I can have 1,000 comments saying we hate that. We're unsubscribed. My 0 subscribers are going to unsubscribe. I won't even care. Because I have the one guy that's right there, dude. But go check it out. Let me know what you thought. I really do think this was an original take on found footage. You're going to have the shaky cam, so if you don't like that, you're going to have typical found footage jump scares where it comes into frame really quick. But the concept is just like that twisted Michael Keaton movie. And I wish I could remember what it was called. But Google that one, because that's a good one too. I think it's called like My Life or something. I don't. Don't quote me on that. But that's it, guys. Thank you all for the love and support. Do all the stuff the YouTubers say to do, like the liking and the commenting and all that good shit. If you want me to review anything else, just put it down in the comments. You guys are the best. First try, I'm going to hit this stop button. Without looking away from the camera, I'm going to look right at you and I'm going to stop this bitch in 3, 2, 1.